Hey, greetings everyone, and welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee. This is me, Oberon, with my outlook on the emotional exchanges. It's my weekly show that covers the emotional spectrums of our lives. It may talk about emotional issues between partners or between friends or between other kinds of associations. I draw 2 cards for each sign of the zodiac from the top and the bottom of the deck, and they represent either the vibe or emotional energy of this week, or are you going to be or get lucky? That's from the bottom of the deck. So here we go with an opening affirmation from the Isis Tarot, which is not really a tarot, it's more like an oracle. I've used it here in other versions of the show. So let's go. And it is the Rock reversed. And this oracle does have reverse meanings. Is tradition and bourgeois in his opinions. Has not enough sense of initiative. Sees everything literally, bureaucracy, red tape, opposites, troubles with the law, litigation, abuse of power, a visit by the police. Now those are absolutely oracle interpretations, but this sounds to me like there are struggles that are hard emotionally to get over on. It's like climbing up a sheer rock face. So that means, of course, there's probably some sense of emotional strife in the air for us. So a little bit ominous there. Take care this week, everyone. All right, I'm going to, as I said, do the reading for each sign of the zodiac, starting with Aries, going all the way through Pisces. And these readings are good for Sun, Moon, and Rising. And this reading starts from February 9th, today, Friday, February 9th, and goes through next Thursday, that's the 15th. And I'm using the Modern Love Tarot by Ethany with artwork by Lucy Morningstar. So let's get going. And like I said, top card is the vibe, bottom card is will you be lucky or are you going to be lucky? You feel lucky. You know what I'm talking about. In love or romance. So Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. What is the vibe for the week? And it's the reversed 7 of Wands. And emotionally speaking, you may feel like you're at the breaking point. You really are finding it hard to feel like standing up for yourself in a relationship or in society. Maybe if there's a critique of the relationship, the image on this card is powerful and suggests that, you know, there are challenges to your status quo from some sense of a status quo. So will you be lucky? And it is the 5 of Pentacles. And of course, Pentacles means it will come to you, but with a price. It comes with a price, but that price may be some sense of feeling still like you're not connected, like maybe you're not really getting exactly where you want to be, but you're maybe coming into something. Could also be shunning of some sort. That maybe there's a shunning by others because of this. It sounds kind of creepy, Aries. I don't know what to tell you. Let's move on to Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. What is the vibe energy coming to the Taurus? It's the reverse Two of Cups. And so I'm sorry to indicate that maybe, all is not serene in paradise. There may be questions about trust or harmony in a relationship. It may not be the primary relationship, but for many of us, it could be, our strongest emotional relationships. So therefore it could be, but it could be other kinds of relationships for other kinds of people, just not getting along well. So will you be lucky? And it's a major arcana, so it means good luck. But it is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant often figures into cards that are about traditional partnerships, traditional ceremonies, celebrating partnerships, i.e., marriage. It could also be about, the sense of maybe people wanting to conform in certain ways, that maybe they want to conform with societal traditions or customs. So I'm not sure when you put those together, it does sound a little bit Taurian, sort of like uh, maybe this is saying, after a period of time in a relationship, one does sort of marry or create the partnership within their mind and soul without necessarily having that formal celebration. Anyway, that is what I have for Taurus. I'm going to move on to Gemini. Sun, moon, or rising. What's going on for Geminis? What is the vibe or energy they may experience this week? It's the Empress. This may be a week where you will find you're building your own monument to love, or to an expression of love, so to speak. I'm saying that metaphorically, maybe, but this is a period where you feel like really being devoted to somebody. It could just be yourself. You could be devoting extra self-care to yourself for some reason. But I think you're feeling strongly motivated to create, and to create in the name of love. So there's an obvious idea that maybe this is about some sense of coupling with maybe some sort of sense of a project or a beginning of something. Gemini, will you be lucky? And it's a maybe because it is a major arcana, but we have the Tower. And if you're going to be lucky, you may have to break things down and build up again. And you may have to try to understand if this is about a second chance at a relationship, whether it's an old one or a new one. Are there some lessons to be learned there? All right, Gemini. And I'm going to move on to Cancer. Sun, moon, or rising. What is the energy for you this week? What kind of vibration is coming to you about the emotional parts of your life, or the emotional situations in your life? And it's the Star reversed. There's an extreme disconnect going on for you, emotionally speaking, with something you felt was really going to be kind of like your destiny, kind of like where you felt your fate was taking you to. And you felt there was a lot of hope, or that there was a lot of wonderful things happening, maybe within your life, emotionally speaking. Could be a relationship that you thought you had or that you were moving towards. But now it feels like there is some sort of sense that you're not feeling that dream or that vision for some reason. Will you be lucky? And it is a major arcana, so that means maybe. And of course, it is the ultimate maybe card of the major arcana. It's the Wheel of Fortune. And so, in the context of the first card, this could very much be two different things. Maybe we are feeling really emotionally alone or like no future, and then all of a sudden something pops up that's emotionally accessible and desirable. So I don't know, Cancer. Good luck with that. And we'll move on to Leo now. Sun, Moon, or Rising. Looking at the vibe for the week. Some of the signs are probably going to do okay, and some may not do as well. Man, she told me there's something going on with Pluto retrograde, and it will be retrograde for a long time, for months, probably till late summer or the fall. A favorite astrologer that I know also indicates there's a lot of social turmoil. All right, so Leo, what is the energy or vibe coming to you? And Leo, maybe you're looking for something better. Leo, you feel like something can draw you towards better, that maybe you feel it's time for you to leave behind something that is emotionally either painful or troublesome. You need something that maybe promises a sunnier picture for yourself. Will you be lucky? And it's a major arcana. So once again, we have that maybe idea. That's what the major arcana does. But it's judgment. And I feel this is saying you'll need to really reevaluate what's going on. That maybe you have to understand where something really dramatic can change in your life, and that maybe that B tokens, being lucky in romance or love. All right, Leo. So we'll move on to Virgo now. Sun, Moon, or Rising. Virgo, what is the energy or vibration for the week around you right now, or around you for this week? And you got Judgment. And so, Virgo, you too may have to really look for or understand dramatic change that maybe really inspires you in certain ways or makes you feel like, there is life again. Like maybe if you were really feeling like things were really as dull as they could possibly be in an emotional or in your life in general, no, maybe something can change here. Will you be lucky? And it's a major arcana, so maybe, and it's the Emperor. And I think this is saying really, you have to take control of your life. You have to figure out what it is you can reasonably control, move the pieces around on the chessboard of relationships, romance, and try to figure out where you can work your strengths. I mean, I think that's where the Emperor is that maybe they go with what is more possible. So good luck with that, Virgo. And let's move on to Libra. Sun, Moon, or Rising. Libra, what is the vibe or energy coming to you or around you this week? And there's something unexpected happening, and it's possible that maybe it has an unexpected and possibly undesirable outcome or situation. If this is in emotional issues, you may feel like it catches you very much off guard. It could signify a big change in a friendship or some sort of relationship, or that maybe somebody has moved out of the picture in a very unexpected kind of way. Could be a couple of things there. So, will you be lucky in love or romance? And it's a sword, so it means no. And it's the Page of Swords. And I get the feeling like somebody's quitting on you. Maybe this is just temporary, but maybe somebody is sort of feeling like now is not the time to feel, lucky intentions, that maybe somebody wants to direct their energy somewhere else. And it's the Page of Swords. And I keep looking at that Jolly Roger there, and I'm wondering if, I know reverse for sure would possibly mean imposter syndrome, but I'm getting that a little bit here too. And it maybe somebody is just sort of using their ability to captivate you, but it's not really clear where it's going to go. And like it says, no, really. You may find that there's somebody with imposter syndrome who's trying to mac on you. Ugh. All right, let's move on to the Scorpio. Scorpio. Sun, moon, and rising. What is the energy or vibration that's coming to your life this week? It's the Two of Cups, and it's upright. And there's harmony, and there's maybe a coming together. There's maybe a sense of extending trust in relationships or extending a bond feeling. So for those who maybe are already in a relationship, something is bringing you closer together. This may be a special time for you. Maybe you should take advantage of it. Will you be lucky? And it's a major arcana, so of course that's a maybe, but it's the High Priestess reversed. And this could be saying that maybe this is a question of reading intentions or setting intentions, and maybe this is a way of saying go with your gut, but if you overanalyze it, you may not be, Scorpio. Less said the better. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is the vibe or energy, emotionally speaking, this week? That's the Hermit reversed. Sagittarians, you may have felt like this is the time for you now to sort of cast caution to the wind, or that if you've been feeling cooped up, maybe even into the spring, or this is a time for you to maybe remove yourself from that more philosophical part of Sagittarians, and maybe be more casual and come out a little bit to see, what kind of adventures you might have in the emotional realm. Will you be lucky? It's a major arcana. It's one we had before. It's the Hierophant. And I suppose this means maybe, but it also means, I think, too, that you want to find something that maybe affirms what you're going through right now. And that maybe the idea that you're coming out of a period of inner contemplation And you just need to affirm yourself in the real world, and that may be, falling in line with the things that most people of your circumstance do, which could be dating or, enjoying friendships. All right, Sagittarius. So let's move on to Capricorn. Sun, Moon, or Rising. Capricorn. What's the energy or vibe coming to you this week? What may be possible? Capricorn. And it's the reverse Queen of Wands. Capricorn, you're probably not quite up to your usual level of being able to be a little charming or gregarious. You may be feeling, emotionally speaking, this week, nothing's quite working for you. You're trying to maybe advance some ideas or situations with friends or with a friend in particular. But this may be the week that they see through you in a way that maybe they're wondering if you're the one who isn't really real here. So you might want to check that out and set your own intentions with honesty. All right. Will you be lucky, Capricorn? And once again, everyone's getting a maybe. Almost all the signs are getting major arcanas. I think there was one that didn't, that Page of Swords. It's the world reversed. Will you get lucky? It's a maybe. It's a good luck because it may be that there's something you need to focus on, and it's probably emotionally relationship-wise, that maybe needs completion or needs an upgrade. You might be thinking you want to move away from that, but I think something is going to tell you you need to settle that, whatever that is, one way or the other. All right, Aquarius. Sun, Moon, or Rising. Tell us what the emotional vibration, the energy, emotionally speaking, friendships, love, otherwise, for Aquarius. And it's death reversed. Well, I guess I got what I asked for. Aquarians, something's kind of stagnant here. Something feels really inert, and it might be, really your ability to be interested in emotional interchanges right now. This may be a bad time for you, friendship-wise, even, Aquarians. There may just be a feeling of extreme inertia, despondency. Could be, the fate of the world hangs in the balance and all that. And Aquarians, you may be taking a little bit more on the nose this week than other signs are. But will you be lucky, feel lucky in love or romance? And it's Wands, so it means yes, but you'll have to work at it. So that depends on you. But it's the Eight of Wands, and so it could be something that you really have to use a lot of your energy and focus if you do want to achieve this. And whether it's a friendship or whether it's moving to another part of a relationship, you're going to be the one that has to really do that. And it is good luck because when you consider that maybe there's a lot of inertia right now, you have to pull it out of yourself, like turn a new leaf. If you're trying to start new relationships or love interests, it's really going to be up to you to not present this kind of somber image, Aquarians. All right. And we're now on Pisces. Sun, Moon, or Rising. Pisces, what is your vibe this week? What is the kind of thing around you, energy, emotional wise? Reverse Knight of Pentacles. And you two have like a case of some sense of stagnation, but it's a little bit just more on the functional side, the physical side. It could be that, I thought my hearing aid was going out. It could be that maybe you're seeing something emotional happening, but you're really wanting to kind of be overly cautious. And this could signify, issues with, past situations. There's something that's just kind of making you want to really slow down. Maybe you're at a point where you don't really want to engage with other people in relationships right now that lead to places. And so the vibe coming to you is just to really kind of take it very, very slow. Maybe you want to just focus on yourself for some reason, or for good reasons. Will you be lucky? Well, that almost didn't sound like you want to be, but it is the wand, so it means you would have to work at it, and it's our reversed Seven of Wands. And you may have to work at it, but it looks like the chips are against you. You're not feeling this, Pisces. You're sort of feeling more embattled about it. You may be feeling like this is a time for you to run away and come back to fight another day. And so if this is about emotions, emotional relationships, it could mean that, you're just not feeling confident. And that's the Wands thing about a person you're interested in. But it could also be saying in a grander sphere that maybe you sort of feel you're being, looked at, over scrutinized by others about, what you feel emotionally. I think it's more the former. I think it's more about a personal relationship. So good luck with that, Pisces. And I'd like to just take a moment, tell everybody thank you for coming to the reading. And remember to come in and check out our happy hour, which will be tomorrow. It will be at its normal time of 10. I think I have to work later that day, so it may not be, a lot of overtime. But check out happy hour. Also, don't forget Banshees Material Matters at 10 a.m. on Sunday mornings. Check that out for your free and express view of what's going on economically for you this week. It's for each of the sun signs of the zodiac. Later on that day, we will have our regular live stream from 2 to 4 p.m. And you can ask any question you want. And that pretty much will do it for this week. So thank you for supporting TFT Tarot for Today. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.